Hello, hello. Hello, lovely ones. I believe we are alive and kicking. So I will wait a few moments to see if anybody shows up live. Well, I put on some sacred frankincense. How's everyone doing? How was your weekend? Hop on, say hello. Even if you are listening to the recording, say hi. Let me know you're here. And so today, let me know you're here. Say hi. If you know that there is something that you would like to work on, that you have no problem with everybody in this group, all 144 of you, seeing that, knowing that information about you, feel free to put a very brief description, like you could say depression, brain fog, relationship issues. A very brief description. Is what I'm going to do is muscle test which of the problems that are presented, that one, I am meant to do live today, and two, that will have the most overlap in energies to clear for the entire group, so that as you are listening in, it might not be your specific request that gets picked, right? I might choose a different label or issue, but you will likely have some overlap in the underlying causes for whatever your issue is. So let me know what you are willing and open to have me work on here. And again, everyone will hear all the things, although it's not super personal. Can be, I guess, but that's super personal. Okay. Hi, Chris. Hi, Shannon. Veronica. Hello. Hello, hello. Wonderful. So say hi and tell me what it is that we're working on today. And you can continue to do that. And I'll talk a little bit about the technique, what it looks like, what makes it different from other things that I've done before. Hi, Hope. I hope you're feeling well. And so you can get a sense of how this looks different than body code. It's definitely different than the angelic work that I've done before, just because the style of it feels a little bit more like body code, and you guys will all see that today. Betsy, yay, hi, awesome. We've got a really good group. If you're just signing in, then, again, say hi and let me know what I can clear for you that you're okay people knowing about. If I happen to pick yours, I'm going to muscle test which topic area that I should demonstrate today, and then I'm going to muscle test what will be the most overlap, so that everybody that is live with me today will receive in this call. So okay, looks like we've got a nice stable number. Nobody new hopping on right this second. So I will begin talking about this technique. So it's called the Tolpacan method. And Dr. Karen Kan, Kan, is the one that has created this method. If you have worked with me in the past and I have said something along the lines, oh, I have to go to my purple chart, this is the person who created the purple chart. And she also has here's a purple chart, a pink chart, and a blue chart. So this is her level 1 certification, and I've been practicing it for a little bit now, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. And I really, really love it. The impact has been hugely transformative in my own life and in clients' lives. And so what is different about it than body code or emotion code and body code? Let me start with what is similar. What is similar is that you use muscle testing. Dr. Can teaches a form of muscle testing called divine muscle testing, where you connect directly into source instead of tapping into your specific unconscious. And so I still do a bit of both. You use muscle testing. You use really informed and expert questions to try to discover the underlying issues, like all the energies that we want to release. What is also the same is that you can clear in bulk, right? Sometimes if you've worked with me, you've seen me like, oh, we just moved out 500 energies as I did a physical body clearing. And you might need to identify a single energy to clear, and we'll do both of those today. And finally, what is the same is that you use a clearing directive to do the clearing. The language in the directive is stronger than the one that I've just used for years, and I can't even remember how I pulled those pieces together, but I did that in 2019, and I have been using it ever since. So those are the ways that this technique is similar to emotion code. And I see somebody new just hopped on. Say hi, please, and let me know if you want to offer up something for a live clearing today. So those are the ways that it's the same. The ways that this technique is different is around the type of energies that you're tapping into. Hi, Jay. So not only are there energies to clear, such as trapped emotions, negative thinking, dark energy involvement, really low frequency stuff, from specific to general. But there's also energies to download and activate. So the term positive morphic field is the one that Dr. Karen Can uses to describe the activation of a positive potential in one's life. And so the example that she gives for this that I really like, because I think it makes sense for everybody, is at some point, like in Olympic history, there were runners that were trying to beat the 4-minute mile. And they were trying, and they were trying, and they were trying, and they were failing, and they were failing. And at some point, somebody beat a 4-minute mile. And that person, I don't know who it was, some of you may, that person anchored in a positive morphic field or blueprint for humanity that humans can run faster than a 4-minute mile. And what happened after that one person did it? A whole slew of people. Everybody did it. So one of the differences being an activation of a positive energy in your field, not just getting rid of the negative. And the other, well, I'm gonna name 3, although you could break these down into like a million little pieces, but positive downloads, 2, a whole chart on aligning yourself with source, with the universe, with God, whatever your language is, so that you are really clear and able to decipher messages. So sometimes there's something that you just need to know that's in your way. Period. There's nothing to clear. There's nothing to download. It's just something that you need to bring to consciousness and go, oh, okay. Well, this isn't working for me because it's really not in my divine alignment. Like I'm just pushing against this wall, trying to make this thing happen. And the universe is saying, no, this really is not for your divine alignment. That's why you're getting a no. So that's the second way. And then the third way is protocols. There are so many protocols to, I'll say play with, to unpack, to move through. And a protocol, I've got a big stack of them right here. One of my favorite right now is the love healing protocol. It feels really lovely. You bring up a situation that you are in non-acceptance of, and then you move through this protocol. Another one is the inner child flip or transmutation. There's one on prosperity. There's one on losing weight and your metabolism. There's one on holographic timelines. I I haven't watched that one yet, but I'm super excited about it. There's one on hormones, thyroid, adrenal glands. I really could go on and on. Almost like any physical to emotional area that you are struggling with, there is likely a protocol. And so I might get taken to the protocol that says you need this, or I just know, and then we double check and muscle test. So that's what it is. Let me know if you have any questions, and you can chat those in. I'm going to take a moment and get quiet and connect with our group. And so you can give a quiet consent. And then I'm going to go through and read your requests and muscle test which one is going to have the greatest impact for the group. Okay. So I'll ask, which issue or problem or situation am I meant to work on today? So chronic fatigue, no. Okay. So I got a yes for one. I'm going to go through the rest just to make sure. Okay. Wonderful. So the yes that I got is the request for clearing energy around not deserving and trusting myself. So that's what we'll do. And my yes means that you will also, even if this wasn't your specific request, that you will also benefit from this today, because you'll see we're going to clear a lot of energies. So for this entire group, 7 of you listening live right now, how many energies can we clear for the entire group around not feeling, not deserving, and not trusting of self? So about 75,000 energies for our group. The numbers with this technique tend to be higher, not always, and sometimes it's just like 1 or 2 things, but tend to be higher than numbers that I've seen in the past. And so you might have one person that has 75,000 energies in their field alone. But for our group, we've got 75,000. So this is the technique. Of those 75,000, how many do we need to know about? Does each individual need to know about? And if we find something really specific, this may be for Betsy, but it also may be for anybody else that's listening. We won't know that. But you can feel into, oh yeah, this one's mine. And for all I know, it could be for everybody. How many do we need to know about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So we'll find out 3 specific things from these 75,000. Guide 2, guide 3, guide 1. Column A. A6. A6. So this is dimensional anatomy. An example of dimensional anatomy would be like your chakras. And there's a lot more to your dimensional anatomy, from Haar lines to astral cords and various other things. But my goal is to ask what is the light score of the collective light score of all dimensional anatomy? It's about 3, and we want it to be 100%. And then I'll ask, do we need to know any of the underlying causes for why this dimensional anatomy light score is a 3? No. So then I'll go straight into the directive and I will clear. So your light score, in this technique, you ask the light score and sometimes love score and love, light, wholeness, and truth score, but you ask the light score a lot when you get to general areas. And what we're looking at is how much source is within. How much source is in that particular piece. And so for this, only 3% when we want it to be 100. So take a nice deep breath in, anchor your wisdom, your consciousness, into your body. Stillness is an important piece of this technique. And I now command that any negative energies affecting dimensional anatomy be released, dissolved, and uncreated in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all realities and timelines where our group exists, and the wholes are filled with love and light. Thank you. And I now command that all dimensional anatomy for our group be restored and healed to a 100% light score. With ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. And is that complete? Yes. So then we'll move on. What's the second thing we need to know about? Is it here? Column, so we're in guide 1, column A, C2. So this is a core belief. Now, if I were working with you one-on-one, we'd probably narrow down what is this core belief. But since we're not doing that, we're going to do a general clear over negative core beliefs. And one thing we know for sure that this has nothing to do with relationships, because there's another section of core beliefs in relationships. So how balanced is our group's core belief? Out of 100%, about 40% balanced. We actually do need to know more about this. So this has to do with personal power. No. Unimportance, feeling unimportant, or undervaluing self, which I think actually was in the original question. Okay, so I now command that this negative core belief, in all negative core beliefs that we possibly can pull and cancel for our group, that we do so now in the highest and best way, and that these negative core beliefs be replaced with the polar opposite in the highest and best way, and that these positive core beliefs be fully embodied, mind, body, spirit. And we do this across all timelines where you exist, with light and love. Thank you. So that, you just saw me kind of move through a command in a bit of a choppy way. So sometimes the command is really straightforward and I've memorized it like I've memorized the other ones. Sometimes based on what comes up, you really have to know what needs to be said. And so I'm slowing down to hear what needs to come out. And maybe the more I do this, the less that'll happen. I don't know. But that's what it looks like. All right, so is there anything else that we need to do around core beliefs? No. Is the second one here, is it a guide to? Okay, cool. So I get to demonstrate a positive download, because that's the chart that we're in. Is it in column A, B? Is it in B? Okay. So it's B, emotional, self-respect, esteem, love, worth, self-trust. Self-trust. Is there anything else? Awesome. Okay. So I now command that our entire group be downloaded and activated with the positive morphic field of self-trust, and that everything and anything connected to this be healed and resolved in the highest and best way. And that this all automatically evolves with ascension, all directions of time and all realities where you exist. Thank you. So if there's questions, pop them in. I'm going to do the final clearing, but wanted to just add that I have enough time to answer any questions that may have come up from this. So we just cleared 3 specific energies, or we cleared 2 and we downloaded 1. And so we still have the remaining 74,000, whatever it may be, energies to clear. And this is where I'm going to go and just do a really broad sweep. So take a breath in. Presence your body. I now command that the remaining 75,000 negative energy and all other similar or related negative energies be released, dissolved, and uncreated in the highest and best way in all directions of time and all realities and timelines where you exist. And the holes are filled with love and light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I hope that helps. I am loving this work, and I have created a new group offer that's going to launch in April. I'm doing an information session on, almost at August, on March 14th. I'm going to put the link in here so that you guys can register. It will be free. You'll get to see the entire outline, exactly what you are signing up for if you decide to sign up for this program. It will be, it's going to be really profound. So let me get that link for you. All right, let me know if there's any questions. Okay, so you can sign up here, you'll get your Zoom link, and if you can't attend live, then you can listen to the recording. You're so welcome. Shannon, I love that you love it. All right, you're so welcome. Thank you, everyone. I hope that this clears up any questions, and I'm happy to answer if you've got private, personal questions that you didn't want to share on the public forum. You're welcome to message me always. And I will see you next time. Next month, I believe we're talking about cord cutting. And then I have nothing else planned. So I need to hear from you guys. What do you want me to talk about? All right, we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.